What's up, guys? This is Calvitron and this is EMAC right here, and we gonna be doing an interview today. So let's do the tradition of the crappy dance moves.
I love it.
Yeah, thanks. Alright, cool. So really quickly to start this off, where can we find you at with like social media and stuff like that? What is your social media plugs and stuff like that? Just so people know where you... What?
Social media plugs?
Yeah, just so people can find you and know where you're at and stuff like that.
Most people would go on SoundCloud. My SoundCloud's it's EMAC, it's an E. I actually have it tatted on my arm. It's E equal sign MAC.
Right.
And so that's where you can find me at SoundCloud, or you can go on YouTube at Eric Potato Jr. and it should bring up a little picture of me. And
and then we'll have the links and stuff to find him in the description of this video too. So make sure to check out the description and make sure to like and subscribe and share the video. Normal YouTube stuffs, and yeah. Hey, sup guys, this is Calvitron, and this is EMAC right here. Would you like to give us a little bit of an intro?
My name's Eric Macedo. I go by EMAC just for short. Just first letter of my first name, 3 letters of my last name.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah, I live in Logan, Utah. And
yeah. Alright, cool. So, really quickly, I want to start on what got you kind of started in music and stuff like that, and what makes you want to continue and keep on doing it. Like, what's your drive with music and stuff?
Okay. Basically, it was actually I wasn't really into hip hop. I was actually I loved like the rock and kind of metal stuff first.
Oh yeah.
But it was actually my best friend that he was like, one day we were at school and he was like, let's freestyle. I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so that took off to I started doing it. I started writing first, and I just kept on doing it. I loved it because it was just like, at the time I was in middle school, and so it was just like I can write down all the emotions and feelings and everything I felt at the time, wrote it down, and then there you go. It was just like, it was art, basically. It was like just drawing a piece of paper of like your favorite animal or something like that. That's what it felt to me. Yeah. And so I started working, and it's like, I want to take this to another level. I started buying my own equipment. So I have a microphone, computer, software, keyboard, all those sorts of fun things. And I just went from there. I just went to a path that I'm very known for. Like, now I actually have fans that were like, hey, yo, when's the next music coming out? And then it's just crazy to me because it's just like, I had nobody that was like interested in the things that I was doing until now. Yeah. And what keeps me going to do it is I actually had a friend that told me, because I had some older stuff on my SoundCloud, my YouTube, that was really emotional to me. Yeah. And so I put it on there to help, because I figured if it helped me, it can help somebody else. Yeah. And so I decided to make some sad songs. I made another EP. Yeah. It was my first one. It was called My Life. And he listened to it and he's like, dude, it helped me. It helped me. He said, I went on a walk and I was really honestly going to jump into traffic. And it just helped me, told me to go home. And so that's what drives me just to keep doing it, because I want to help more people. Yeah. I mean, my music's kind of, it depends what you listen to. Sometimes it's vulgar, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's really peaceful, sometimes it's sad. It can go all different ways, but that's what drives me, just to keep going and make somebody happy. If it can make me happy, it can make someone else.
Yeah, it's crazy the kind of impact that fans can have on, not on just you on fans, but fans on you too. Like,
that's what it was crazy, because I just, like, honestly, I was thinking, I was like, if it impacted me so much that it impacted somebody else, and that's what drove me. I was just like, oh gosh, I didn't know I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy the kind of impact you can have on people with music and stuff. So, yeah. Alright, cool. So, next question. If you were talking to a director and if you wanted to make a movie about your life, what kind of stuff do you think would be like the highlight so far of like, if there was like a movie created like just of your life, what do you think would be the highlight of like, what the biggest story of like, and kind of message too, what do you think would be the biggest part of that story?
The biggest, to be honest, I honestly don't know. That's actually right out the blue. I like those questions though.
Yeah, thanks.
I would suppose, if I was gonna make a movie about my life, it would probably be during when I started making music. Like, it would probably go in sections. You know, Quentin Tarantino?
I'm not super familiar with this movie, but I know that about him kind of, but.
Yeah, so it's like, I like how he does his movie because he does it in sections. So he's like, chapter 1 is this from this.
Yeah.
If I was gonna do that, I would probably do it in that kind of way. So it'd be like when I started, when I was in the middle, and when I finally like got up to what I wanted to be. But
yeah.
I mean, the biggest highlight probably in the middle of the movie is when like I said, when I helped my friend, just like knew I could get it right there. For me, I would think it'd be an emotional part, but that's how I will set it up.
Nice. Yeah. Alright, cool. And then, what was your life growing up as like a kid?
As a kid, I really had. I'm a mama's boy. I'll say that. I am a mama's boy. I always have to do what my mom does.
Yeah.
My dad was I'm Hispanic, so my dad's from Mexico. He learned what he learned, and I was born here. And it was just, I grew up from living into a apartment, then we moved back to a trailer park. We lived there for quite a while, then we moved to actually a nice house. Now we're living in this house. My dad was more like, he was an alcoholic. He would drink a lot. It was only on the weekends, but usually he would work 24/7. And I never had a chance to like let's go out fishing, let's go do this, let's go do that. And it was more like, just never had. I mean, my childhood, that's what made me to do more music, because I was a fat little kid. I was chubby. I was not a good looking one either. And it was that's just what put me to like a halt for a second. And I mean, I can't complain. I also had my fun times when I was a childhood.
Yeah.
My childhood, I really looked up to like different people, and my mom was one of them. My mom was one of them because she was always there. She would spoil me because I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and it's me. So usually she would spoil me, and I mean, life wasn't hard. My childhood was good, but it was also not that good. But
yeah.
I mean, I gotta respect it because I'm still here today. So.
Yeah. There's always the good and bad in everything. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. So, let's see. So, what are your favorite songs, movies? Like, what kind of type of content are you really like enjoying right now? Like music would be biggest for this, since this is a music interview, but just any type of content. What has been like your favorite type of like video, anything like that?
My favorite type of videos, I'll be honest, because I've been watching them a lot lately because I usually get bored.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I can't write, I'll just sit down and watch some YouTube or Netflix.
Yeah.
My favorite show would probably be Family Guy, because that's what I've been watching a lot.
Yeah.
I've been watching Family Guy. I mean, like I said, I've been watching Quentin Tarantino. He's an amazing director. Like there's Hateful Eight, Django Unchained. Pulp Fiction's my favorite. I had a blanket I had in my room, but my ex took it, so now I don't have that.
Yeah.
But that's probably
Nice.
Family Guy, Quentin Tarantino. Let me think. Parks and Recreational. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Nice. Yeah. I need to get watching more movies, since especially with the story type, rap that I do with like a storyline going throughout the whole album with like that kind of stuff, I need to start watching more movies. So yeah. Recently though, I've been reading more like Gary Vee type of like improvement books with like business and stuff too, though, like the 4-Hour Work Week with Tim Ferriss, different kind of stuff like that. Just audiobooking, since I'm not the best with reading, but like But that's the kind of stuff I've been doing. But what has been the most memorable experiences and the most memorable people and that you've met along your way in your journey, and how did that make an impact on your life?
There was actually 2 people. I moved here, I think 6 years ago, and I was I actually lived in 2 houses, and I live in Smithfield now. And so there was actually another house that's just down the block, which is weird, and we moved up the block. But since I moved here, I was actually working at McDonald's, and I met one of my best friends there, and technically he's not my best friend, we're like more like brothers now, because we do everything together. We do like, he shows me like what my dad didn't show me back then. So like the do's and don'ts, like let's go do this, let's go do that. We spent a lot of time together. Like it's weird because I feel like we're in a relationship, but we're bros. So it's like romance. And
a bro relationship.
Yeah. I mean it's strong, and I mean like I made a song that it's not even out. Actually, it is out. It's on the X tape. Which will be coming soon. Anyways, he's more like a father figure to me because he showed me what to do, what not to do. He actually helped me to get my microphone and my computer. And I gotta think what else. He actually gave me the keyboard. Like he just helped me up to be a person that I wanted to be, and also show me what I should do, what not to do. And then the other person, he goes by Eon Zero, but his name's I slaughtered it. Orion O'Hara. But I was not doing so good with my music. Like I need to mix it right. I need to do that. I need to promotion. I would just use random pictures from like Google and stuff like that was copyrighted. Excuse me. And it was just like, it was a big old mess. And so I met him, I think a year ago. We started talking. I actually came out a song with him, which is called Faded. And it was, that was the hit marker where I needed to go. Like I needed to do more than I needed to do. So I started with this, just started more mixing and doing all sorts of stuff. Like if I have a problem with music, like if I can't think or if I have something having a problem with, I'll just go straight to him. Like, yeah, you need to do this, cause you know who Dizzy Wright is? Dizzy Wright?
Dizzy Wright, yeah.
Yeah, he did a song with him.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I didn't find that out until I looked on his SoundCloud because it was him, some other guy, and Dizzy Wright.
Yeah.
He's pretty big now. I looked at his Instagram and he was telling me at the same time, he's like, dude, I was in the same position as you were in, and you can get where I can get if you focus and these to keep on doing stuff. And I'm just like, that's what I'm gonna do. And so far it's working because I'm building up a fan base, which is kind of crazy because I have people from other states. Like, yo, when are you gonna drop something? This is crazy. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but
it's crazy, especially the different states type of stuff. Where like I have fans from like California and stuff listening to me right now, so.
It's crazy. I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen, but it happened. I mean, I thought it was just gonna be my friends and family that are gonna listen to it. No, there's other people that are out there. They're just like, yo, I'm waiting for you to drop something.
It's super crazy.
That's gotta be it. Those only 2 people that I really admire. So
nice. Cool. So what are you learning right now? What is something that you'd like to learn more about in like the music industry? So
what I want to learn about more, I mean, when I started, I wasn't too familiar with all the things that were going on. And when I slowly went up to like knowing how to do stuff. So like now I got a graphic designer that does stuff for me.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the album cover. That was a really nice album cover. So.
Oh yeah, he does amazing stuff. It's just, and then I got a producer that mixes and does stuff for me, so it sounds amazing.
Nice.
I just got all sorts of things. What I'm doing now, just to provide more, just to give it more of that, not studio feeling, but more of that professional feeling.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on building up my studio. So now, I mean, like, if you can't see in the background, I have my computer and my microphone. I usually had my speakers and stuff like that, but I sold them off because I needed the money because I was broke at the time. But I think mostly my studio, because I just bought a brand new microphone, which is $450.
Oh, nice.
My computer was like $400 too. I'm working on just acoustic padding everywhere, another keyboard, studio monitors, all that nice stuff. I really want to produce my own beats. Yeah. So, like those little M audio keyboards, little beat tracks. I think that's the one thing I'm probably going to be working on just to get everything ready. Yeah, nice. Yeah, producing your music is super fun. Like, I do that for my music, and it's like crazy the type of stuff that you can come up with when you're doing your own beats. So. See, like, it's weird because when I was in high school, there was this one class that I was taking, and we were using MacBooks. Yeah. In the MacBooks on the GarageBand, you can make your own beats. Yeah. That's what I was doing during that whole time in my class. I actually failed the class because I was doing beats. Nice. But I think that was the most fun I had, was just making beats. It was amazing. Yeah. Alright. Cool. So let's see. And so other than music, what are some like hidden talents that no one would think that you'd have, but like you're really secretly good at? Hidden talents? Honestly? I don't know if I have to think. One of my hidden talents, I can braid someone's hair really, really well. Huh, nice. like I said, I wasn't a mama's boy, so usually my mom's hair would just make her go to sleep. She's like, just do my hair, and I'll give you like $2 tomorrow or $2 when I wake up or something like that. And so as a little kid, I was like, yeah, I'm getting $2. I'm gonna hurry up and braid her hair. Yeah. So now like I can make a mean braid out of someone's hair. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice skill to have. So. Alright. Cool. So what kind of stuff do you like makes you happy, kind of stuff like that? Like what brings you like a lot of enjoyment and kind of stuff like that? Probably hanging out with friends is the most. Yeah. I mean, I always have to say music does, because every time I do make another track, like, I mean, I feel like I'm not sure if this is just me or does somebody else do, but usually when I'm done making with the track, I will listen to that constantly until I get sick of it. Oh yeah. I just keep listening and listening and listening. I'm just like, this is dope, and then after a while, I'm just like, ugh. Yeah. I mean, that will always be my number one. But what does make me happy is probably hanging out with friends. Yeah. Because to me, it's just like, even if we sit there in silence, we're still having fun because we're together, we're as a group. Yeah. And just like I have 3 best friends, dude. It's just like fun to hang out with them. Like one just moved to Salt Lake, which is quite a long distance from here. Yeah. And I mean, even though we do talk to each other on the phone, sometimes we do quiet, but it's still like that satisfaction that we're still like enjoying. But you know, that makes me happy. The audio is doing some weird stuff right now. Looks like it's back. So. Alright, cool. So, yeah. So, where do you plan on being in like 5 to 10 years with like music and stuff? 5 and 10 years, I wonder how old I'll be, because I'm 18 right now. Yeah. So let's see.
It would be 23 and 28. Yeah.
Yeah. So, to be honest, I really wanna, because right after this mixtape, when I'm done with it, I really want to just focus on singles and so just keep letting them out.
Yeah.
But what I do want to accomplish before I do that is like I said, making my own beats and just go from there. Because once you can make your own beats and once you have everything ready, like graphic designer, producers, stuff like that, you can actually launch your music out there instead of having copyright music.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, I don't want to be famous.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, to me, if I was famous, that means my life is basically over because I don't have the God, I can't think. The everyone would just be bothering me basically.
Oh yeah.
And so I don't want that. I just want to be like well known.
Yeah. So you want to just. Yeah. So you basically just want to be able to make a living with music and stuff, and then just do that.
Yeah. And see, like even if I still have to have a job, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to like. There's some people that are out there like you can't do it. Like it's not possible. Like it is possible if you put your mind and your heart into it.
Oh yeah.
And basically, I just want somebody to just like, oh, you know Eric? Yeah, I know. Like I know of him. He's big now. He's doing all this stuff. I'm just like, yeah. So that's basically how I want it to be in the next 8 years.
Yeah.
Or 10 years. Just want everything to be nice and ready. So if I say I'm gonna put out a project, everyone's gonna be like, oh yes, he's putting out a project. Let's give him some love. But
yeah.
That's basically what I want to be at this point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm still young. I still have some stuff that I'm still screwing up on. Some stuff that I'm actually doing really good on.
Yeah.
And it's just like time is the key. Time is the key.
Yeah. I remember I can't remember where I heard it from, but there's this really good quote where it was like, no one else except for you can judge whether you're successful or not, because no one knows what success is for you. Like every person has different ideas of what success is, so no one else can decide it for you. So.
Yep, that's legit. I'm not sure. I can't remember it. I made this a while ago. It was make your own path. I'm trying to think. It's like I wrote it down one day, and I just kept that inside of my head because it always reminds me just to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that are actually out there. They're like copying other people's flows or beats and stuff like that, and it's just like, no, just do you, because if you do you'll be. It's different. It's different basically.
Oh yeah.
And that's what's good, because if the different people that stand out are the most ones to be recognized.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh yeah, was following someone else's path is pointless. Trust me, make your own. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
So that's what it just kept on going in my head, and that's what drives you. So.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I've always seen it as if you're not bringing something different to the table, then you're not really bringing value to anybody else. And especially for like me, where I want to give as much value as I can to everyone in my music. That's something that is a must-have to do, because yeah. But yeah, cool. So what has been your favorite song that you've made so far?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of them.
And
I made 2 mixtapes and 1 album, and I also have from all those stuff that I did, I always have 1 song out of all of them that I do like. So out of my life, my favorite one was I'm All Alone. And so basically, it's just like, it's a bunch of not a bunch of puns, but like more like, I'm not sure how to say it, but it's just like, that was more my favorite, because it went to like like different sections of what I was talking about, and it just rolled with it.
Yeah, it just had crazy wordplay and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it wasn't crazy wordplay. It was just more like it was like a story.
Oh yeah.
it made sense. It made sense. It was just like, wow, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
Another one was The Beast Behind the Door. And I'm not sure which one my favorite one was. I think it was the song The Beast Behind the Door because it was just so, it was not fast, but it was also like that strong wordplay. It was just like, I had words that were punching like crazy.
Nice.
And it was just like amazing. And then this project that's coming out, I have a song on there. Actually, it's called Tall, and it's basically it's like it starts off amazing because it starts off with the phone dialing, and it goes to my voicemail, and once that voicemail's over, it goes to my ex that was actually calling me, and she was like, "Hey Eric, I'm sorry, just a bunch of other stuff," and then the song kicks on, and so it's just about how maybe that I screwed up, but maybe I'm just taking the fall because of it, and it's actually her fault.
Yeah.
And so it's just like that song right there means a lot to me, and it's also my favorite because the beat is just like right on there.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
Yeah. So do you have any songs that you don't like that you've ever made, like ones that are super cringy? Kind of like the Rawness one that I made.
I mean, Rawness, I was honestly thinking about redoing it because I actually freestyled the thing, so I'm just like, because I'll be honest, I was like working on the project, but I was also working at the same time, so I was like, dude, I need to hear to get this to him because then I really need to do it. But I mean, like, with my,
well, when I was saying Rawness was cringy, I was talking like the very first one I did, not the one that I sent to you, because that was like the 4.0 version. The very first Rawness that I made, that was like my first song I ever made. So that was like super cringy, and the music video was like super cringy too, since that was the first music video that I ever made too. But yeah, the verse you did was really cool though. So
thanks. I think the most cringy song that I've done was I have to think. It would probably be my very first song because the editing wasn't good. It was like staticky, and I would say my P's and B's like really hard because I didn't have a pop filter at the time.
Oh yeah.
And it was called "When the Skies Fall," and it was my first song on my mixtape.
Yeah.
And it was just like the moment, like every time I do listen to it, I'm just like, oh no, this is not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first song that I did, the Rawness. I actually had a We Sing It mic that I hooked up to the computer since I didn't have an actual mic yet. So I just used a We Sing It mic, hooked it up to the computer, and then we'd pass it along since there was 2 other people recording with me for that song. We just like passed the mic really quickly to try to get our verses in on time and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do just to start, and just. You'll slowly get there, and it works perfectly.
Yeah. With that song too, it's also like, it's super cringy, but at the same time, it's kind of super cool how that one was like still pretty good for the very first song that I ever did. Like, it's still really bad, and there's a lot of flaws with it, but like the beat is like super hard. It's just, I didn't really, and I produced that too, so for the first beat that I produced, it's actually really good. But through audio recording, didn't really work out that well. So, but yeah.
I mean, like the first thing it was recording with was probably my phone.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted something to put out there. Because everyone with I have like the popular kids that are on my phone. They're like, I know one of them was actually going to modeling, so she's a model now.
Oh, nice.
Which is crazy. And I was just like, you know what? I need to do something because I like. At the time, like I said, I was just writing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to put a song out, so I recorded on my phone. And it was like, at the time, I was like, this is so dope.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, now when I think about it, I'm just like, ugh, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you just slowly get there, because I went from my phone to a Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
And then I have a Samsung.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, it slowly gets there.
Yeah. And I feel like when I'm like 5 to 10 years, when I'm like doing it super big, I'll probably like my last album that I just dropped, I'm probably gonna think it's like super cringeworthy, but I'm gonna have probably 10 times better stuff at that point too. So
Yeah.
but yeah, cool. So have you done any shows and stuff like that? If so, what has been your best show that you've done so far?
I haven't done any shows. I honestly, the only thing that I've probably been in was probably my own 2 music videos. And that's probably it.
Yeah.
We were actually, for like that song, my favorite song. I love it. I mean, I love it to death. But
Yeah.
I'm All Alone. We actually went to my school. It was during lunch.
Oh yeah, that one.
Recorded. So it was just me down the hall, walking all the way down. And I actually never used that because I just didn't use it because I thought it was trash. But I did make another one at the time. It was like the same. It was right after that set, and we went to the other side of the school, which is just down the side. It's just like lockers and stuff like that. And we shot "You Are an Angel." So it was basically for this girl that I thought that I really liked, but I didn't because she actually screwed me over so many times, and I wanted that love, but it was not love. It was more like not hate, but like. I don't know, but that's the first 2 things that I ever been in. I mean, I would love to do shows like, you know, like I'm not sure what shows I would be like, CSI Miami or something like that. I would totally be just like, yes.
Yeah. I need to do more shows because I feel like it'd be super lit to like go on stage and just like rock it out, do that kind of stuff.
Oh, you meant those kind of shows? I honestly thought you were meaning like shows like in TV or something like that.
Oh. I mean, that'd be cool to be in too, but...
Yeah, I did one. I really want to do another because it was like... I had the video on my Facebook, and it was basically... I just did a song with this guy, his name's Hades, and we did a song that's called Supernatural. And his part was so dope, and then mine came on. And in the middle of the verse, there's a fast part. Like, there's a really fast part that's hard for me to spit.
Oh yeah.
I did it anyways, and it was crazy because when I went up there, I was like, "Give it up for Supernatural." No, there was like a few people that were like, "Yeah." And once we did everything, once I got to my fast part, I put my finger up like this, like it's just like, just wait, you're gonna get it. And I just did that, and everyone. To me, it like that feeling was so good because everyone was yelling, everyone like kept saying like, "Hell yeah!" Like, "Hell yes, let's do this!" Let's like, damn, and it just that's when I was like, "Oh gosh!" Like this is it felt amazing. Like it felt amazing because right after I got done with that, I was like, "Give it up for Supernatural!" And everyone yelled.
Nice.
Everyone yelled. But yeah, if I had to do another show, I would totally do it because that feeling was so good.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow, that was one of the it was in the moment.
Yeah.
Type of feeling.
Yeah. I haven't done any shows yet, but there was like a school talent show that I went and did just as like a way to get like more experience and maybe just get a little more people to know about me and stuff like that. And I did alright, like the song wasn't best for performing, but I did a pretty decent job, but that feeling at the end, it was like way good, so.
Yeah, I actually did that too, because my friends actually told me to do it. I'm like, I don't know, because there's so many people that I know at the school.
Oh yeah.
I don't want them to be like, oh, look at this idiot, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But it was actually my 4th song that I ever recorded. And so it was just like, I'm going to do this because I guess my friends want me to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it. Like, those words, I made it perfect where there was enough wordplay. Because it was just like, they listened to this, they're like, oh, what? Like, what did he just say? And, I mean, like, at the very end, I mean, yes, I did get clapped, but it wasn't like the satisfaction that I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this was kind of stupid for me, but
yeah.
I felt weird after it, but after that, there was people walking up and they were like, Eric, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I know this one girl, she was actually a singer. And she's like, how can you remember all those words? And I honestly don't know. It's in my head, so I can automatically just spit it.
Yeah.
But that's
nice. Yeah.
only the 2 things, 3, 4 things that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only performed my music on like a stage like once, but another cool like performing thing that I did one time is I worked at a scout camp for like 4 or 5-ish years, and every single Monday and Friday we'd have this little campfire where we did camp songs and like skits and stuff. And so that was a super fun time of just like me getting used to like performing and stuff and being able to control a crowd and stuff like that too. So.
Oh yeah, I'll say that's probably most the hardest thing to do is control a crowd, because
Oh yeah.
when I was up there, I was staying in one spot. I would not move.
Oh yeah.
I move my hands around and like move my feet around. I was just like in one spot, like I don't know what to do. I would just.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the hardest things, just to control a crowd.
Yeah. I make myself run around the stage, because if I don't, then I'll just be there standing there like that rapping, and then it won't look very cool. But yeah. Alright, cool. So let's see. If you had a time machine and could go back to your younger self and tell yourself, your younger self, a little bit of advice that you had, what advice would you give to them?
I would probably give my younger self, just like, if I could go back in time, I would be like, I'd be like, I'll sit them down. I'll just like, listen, there's gonna people that are gonna hate on you. There's gonna people that are gonna say stuff to you, say that you're not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them. Do you keep going? Keep doing what you're doing, because if you keep doing what you're doing, best 9 out of 10, you're always gonna be a lot better than your future self.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what I'll just tell them. Just keep doing you, ignore what all the people are gonna say, and just go from there.
Yeah. Alright, nice. Yeah. Alright, cool. And then let's see. Anything else that I have with notes? I think that's good. So if you want, just so you know, I completely forgot to do the intro that I wanted to do with this. So if it's cool,
Okay.
would you mind doing the closing, and then after that doing the opening, and then we'll just stitch it together so the intro's at the beginning and then outro's at the end.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So this has been Calvitron interviews with EMAC, and see you guys later. Peace. Really quickly also, sorry I bumped my camera, but really at the end and at the beginning, I have this tradition of where we do our crappiest dance moves and like do really bad, like awful dance moves and stuff. So you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to, that's a tradition that we have on this. So let's exit out with that. And peace out.